Mortgages are at risk in the United States, but not in every city. We have this new variable on our site and it's called mortgage risk. And it's a score that measures the debt to income ratio for the average mortgage in the country. So a high score means that a mortgage is at higher risk of defaulting, and a low score means that it's not as much risk. An ideal score is 2.5, but the country's at 3.23. So we're going to find some cities that are safer from defaulting on their loans by looking for scores lower than the nation's. First city, or cities that I'm going to highlight, is every major city in Texas. Houston, Dallas, Austin, and San Antonio all had scores around 3.09, with San Antonio having the highest. But even San Antonio's score was 3.13, which is just lower than the nation's. And Texas in general is a lower risk place to get a mortgage. Moving along to our next lower risk city is New Orleans with a score of 3.15. The next city I'll be highlighting is Chicago with a score of 3.09. Now, here's another city with a score of 3.09, but I think it's going to surprise you just as much as it surprised me. And that city is, well, borough is Manhattan. Now remember, mortgage risk is determined by debt to income ratio. Manhattan has a very high median household income at $114.5 thousand and a GDP per capita of almost $300,000. So yeah, even though their housing prices are extraordinarily high, they seem to be able to afford it. And the last city I'm going to highlight with a mortgage risk lower than the nation's and lowest on this list is Detroit with a score of 2.61. Did any of these surprise you? And if you're curious about your own county's mortgage risk, go ahead and check it out right now. All the data used was sourced from URSAs.com, and be sure to follow to learn more things like how